It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. And you won't be hearing any of that here.
Truest test of a man's good name is acceptance of failure and losing a game with a smile and a handshake, quiet ever building rage. I got knocked around in a real small town, and they poked and they prodded and marched me around for a laugh in the snow, tried to tear a good man's soul. For a fool's gold, a beggar's bargain. It's too much time, space to get lost in. It's one for the road, two if you can let it go. Blood's thick, but water's deeper. The wine works fine, but the whiskey's cheaper. Now turn it around, quick before your sun goes down. Lines on your mind and ounces to say, but it's okay. We've all seen our darker days. But it's like you never saw a sucker before, been alive on the side of your bedroom door with an ear on the phone, begging just to let it go. For a fool's gold, a beggar's bargain. It's too much time, space to get lost in. It's one for the road, two if you can let it go. Blood's thick, the water's deeper. The wine works fine, but the whiskey's cheaper. Now turn it around, quick before your sun goes down. For a fool's gold, a beggar's bargain. It's too much time, space to get lost in. It's one for the road, two if you can let it go. Oh, now blood's thick, the water's deeper. The wine works fine, but the whiskey's cheaper. Now turn it around, quick before your sun goes down. And I said, turn it around. I said, now turn it around, quick before your sun goes down.
Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. Again, I'm trying to introduce you to some brand new tunes out there, and that's the damn Quails. Those damn Quails. I'm just kidding. The Damn Quails off of their debut album from 2011. They've got another one, C.P. Sparkman Presents Live from Somewhere Dark and Empty. That's the new album that just came out in 2013. But that one was from 2011, and the name of that was Fool's Gold off Down the Hatch. Ben Merritt, again, introducing you to some brand new country music in the world. Maybe you've never heard of these bands before. Maybe you've never heard of these artists before. But it's definitely worth checking it out. I had the distinct pleasure of having one of those international experiences with country music, and I had an Aussie. His name is Grayson. Grayson stopped by the radio station that I worked at. So the interview isn't exactly how we normally do it, but it was such an experience that I was kind of like, all right, got to do this. You know, we've got to put this on the podcast. So Grayson may sound like I'm at my radio station, which it is. So he's coming up in a little bit. But right now, Shauna Strasberg, former guest here on the show. It's off of her debut album, Has Anybody Seen My Heart? And the name of the tune is Honey, I Lied. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Has anybody seen my heart? I left it with the one I loved, falling down hard. Has anybody seen my heart? How could I have been so blind? I trusted him with all I had. I never saw a sign. How could I have been so blind? Stumbling, searching, it's so dark in here. I cannot see where you left it, dear, 'cause it's so dark in here. Feeling crazy 'cause I know what you've done. Can't escape the way you did someone, 'cause I know what you've done. Has anybody seen my heart? I left it with the one I loved, falling down hard. Has anybody seen my heart? Has anybody seen my heart? Has anybody seen my heart?
Like us on Facebook
Are you on Facebook or Twitter?
at facebook.com/offthebeatenpath.
Twitter?
And follow us on Twitter at OTBP Podcast.
Keep me in mind. Lord, keep me in mind. Yeah, my life has been exciting. Done some wronging and some righting. Got a load I need to lighten. Heard your offer sounds inviting. Lord, I don't even know myself. Lately, I don't even know myself. Lately, I don't even know myself. Lately, I don't even know myself. Won't you keep me in mind? Lord, keep me in mind. Lord, keep me in mind. Lord, keep me in mind. Lord, won't you keep me in mind? Lord, keep me in mind. Lord, keep me in mind. Lord, won't you keep me in mind? Lord, keep me in mind. Lord, keep me in mind. When the angels start to sing and you're handing out the wings, Lord, keep me in mind.
Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. There you go. That's the Trews, Trews. Apparently, the name of the band is from the original, the traditional name for Scottish pants. It's Trews. Those boys are from Nova Scotia, and in 1998, they decided to form a serious rock band, but that sounded pretty country to me, so I included it, just because I'm the host and I can do that. Speaking of which, I'm Ben Merritt. Thanks for joining me and learning a little bit about some brand new country music. And it's kind of an international show, this episode, because, we had the Trews from Nova Scotia, and they're Canadians, and that's not necessarily one nation. It's from all over the place. But we've also got an Aussie on as our special guest. And as I said earlier in the episode, it is going to sound like I'm at the radio station that I work at in northern Wisconsin. So, yeah. It's still going to be a lot of fun. Stick around for Grayson. He's coming up in just a little bit. But first, here is Patrick Davis, Darius Rucker, and Edwin McCain. Yeah. Well, they all went to the University of South Carolina and decided to do a Gamecocks album. So here it is. We Ain't Far. It's off the Gamecock album for Mr. Patrick Davis. And it's on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Yeah, we used to be lost and downhearted, scared and beaten before we even got started. It took some time, but a change has come. And now those long dark days are gone, and I sing hallelujah. I do believe it's happening. We're almost to the top of the mountain. Yes, so brothers and sisters, lift your voices, clap your hands. 'Cause we ain't far from the promised land. So what you got to say, Edwin and Darius?
For way too long, all the seasons were cold. No matter how we prayed, nothing ever would grow. But we never gave up, never stopped believing. Someday, some way, somehow we'd be singing hallelujah. I do believe it's happening. We're almost to the top of the mountain. Yes, so brothers and sisters, lift your voices, clap your hands. 'Cause we ain't far from the promised land. The promised land. Some folks swore we'd never climb this high, but the best things in life, they take a little time. And now that we happening. We're almost to the top of the mountain. Yes, so brothers and sisters, lift your voices, clap your hands. 'Cause we ain't far, no, we ain't far. We ain't far from the promised land. From the promised land. From the promised land. I can see it, Lord. Take me home. No, we ain't far. From the promised land. No, we ain't far from the promised land. No. Well, it used to be long. Oh, so long. And downhearted. Scared and beaten. But we never got started. Not no more. Not no more.
Find out who your friends are.
Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/offthebeatenpath. And follow us on Twitter at OTBP Podcast. Ben Merrick, happy afternoon. Monday afternoon. It's usually not a happy afternoon on a Monday, but in this case, I will make an exception. It's snowing here in the Northwoods, and we're introducing somebody to their first dose of real snow, and his name is Grayson. Grayson, how are you, sir?
G'day, how are you, man?
Now, wait a minute. You weren't talking like that out in the lobby just now. No, I'm kidding. He was. He's Grayson.
I'm from Idaho.
Yeah, from Idaho. Yes, it's the Idahoan accent.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the right way to say Idahoan. Someone from Idaho. Anyway. No, Grayson is an Aussie.
I am.
Do you appreciate it when we say Aussie?
Yeah, I think a lot of the people that try and do an Australian accent sound like Borat, which is cool because that's how I sound when I try and do an American accent.
Yeah, we sound like we're from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm not offended. I'm flattered. So
Right.
it's good.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to be accommodating.
Exactly.
So, but you don't want us to do that. That's right.
No, I love it. It's
Okay.
It's awesome.
Well, I'm not gonna try. Sorry, it's not that good when I do it. So,
And if I do an American accent, I apologize.
now this will lead into a conversation that we'll have in a second because that was one of the first things. Because I figured I might as well just get it out of the way when we first talk. You know, is get the question out of the way so that it's not overbearing and just like the big elephant in the room. So, I'll bring it up later though.
Okay.
So now it'll be the big elephant in the room. Anyway, but no, Grayson is an up-and-coming country artist who hasn't really been up and coming. He's been around for a while. Grayson, let's see, this album that you're pushing now is your third studio album, actually.
First studio album. It seems to be every album I do it in a different country. I was signed in 2009 in Ireland, and I did an album there, and I made the top 40 there, which was awesome for an Australian to do.
Very cool.
The second album a couple of years ago, Chronology it was called, I did in Australia, and then I got to tour America. I did 66 days on Route 66.
Wow, that's cool.
Then I ended up in America, and I just finished my third studio album with Garth Brooks' guitar player, Johnny Garcia, and it's out next Monday. It's called Little Doors, and it's the best one yet by a long way.
Well, obviously, because it's just more practice.
And it's made in America. We didn't outsource.
Yeah!
America.
USA! Okay, sorry. I apologize. Which actually is kind of fitting because we'll get to your current single in just a little bit as well. But I want to talk to you about more stuff before we get to you just playing music for us and us playing your music. So,
sure.
The question that I asked you as soon as you walked in, and the reason why I'm asking is because, just in case nobody knows, Keith Urban is Australian as well.
Yeah, he's a household name in America, and it's only up until recently he's become a household name in Australia.
Seriously?
Yeah, he was kind of overshadowed by his wife because she's obviously a Hollywood actress and she's been around forever.
She's also like 8 inches taller than he
exactly.
is.
Exactly. And recently he was a guest judge on either Australia's version of X Factor or one of those reality shows.
Yeah,
The Voice. Yeah. And his record company brought out a best of.
Oh.
And that was his first Australian number one. And he just was nominated for 2 ARIA awards, and I don't think previously he had been. So he's now starting to get the recognition that America's been giving him for a long time. And you know what? I've never met the guy, but if I did get to meet him, I'd give him a big handshake. He's done an amazing job.
Yeah, he's definitely opened up the world. I think he's definitely opened up the world's version of country music, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, because there wasn't many country music artists. Because I told you the very first time that I heard a Keith Urban song, now this is going back to like probably 2006, 2007. It was the first time I heard a Keith Urban tune. I was like, oh yeah, he's born and bred in Tennessee. He's definitely like a Tennessee boy.
He's got that twang.
He's from the ranch, yeah. Well, I mean, that was the name of the band, but Keith Urban and the Ranch. But yeah, he definitely puts on a bit of an American accent, I would think.
I think so, and he's also been here for a while, so maybe he's morphing.
No.
His accent's morphing into a normal accent.
He is very appreciative. I saw him tweet, though, that he's very appreciative of the ARIA Award. So he's, like you said, he's been nominated for 2 of them. What was it? Best Male Vocalist and Best... I don't know. I didn't catch the second one.
I hope he wins because that's you don't get any bigger than that in Australia.
There you go. So it's the Australian versions of the Grammys, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then Canadians are the Junos. I've been to the Juno Awards.
Really?
Yeah. Just speaking of offbeat, not necessarily offbeat in a bad way, but offbeat Grammy.
We're
awards.
actually not that far from Canada, are we? Right now.
Right now, it's about an 8-hour drive. Because you got to drive around the big lake.
It's closer than Australia.
It's much closer than Australia. It's, 24-hour flight from Los Angeles to...
No, from LA it's not that bad. It's about 12 hours. But if you're coming from this part of the country, you're traveling for a couple of days.
Oh, yeah, just across the country.
Buckle up.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bad. So,
oh, yeah.
Want to talk about some of your travels when we come back in just a bit? All right, we'll have you play a tune. Grayson, how are you, man?
I'm good. I wish it was sunny in 75.
Yeah, welcome to the Northwoods of Wisconsin. It's a little flurry and overcast out there.
It's great weather for polar bears and penguins.
Well, they're not this far south,
no.
Hopefully. So you guys get penguins down there in Australia, though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they hang out there on the beach, get a tan.
If there was a penguin in the street right now, I think it'd be wearing a jumper.
I don't know what a jumper is. I'm gonna lie.
A zip up.
Okay, gotcha.
Like what do you call what you're wearing? Right
just a zip up hoodie. Yeah, it's just
a hoodie.
It's just a hoodie. All right,
a jumper. Sorry, I just got a little bit Australian on
there
you
there. Go.
Sorry, man.
You went a little native on me. It's all right. Grayson, he's an up-and-coming country music artist, and as I said before, not so up-and-coming. As a matter of fact, you've been to the States. You've been in the States since February, you were saying, right?
Yeah, I moved to Nashville in February, and before that I was out in Venice Beach in California.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah, it's a different world out there, but you got to be where the country music is, and that's in the Midwest, man.
Oh, yeah. We love our country music around here. I'm sure you saw as many farm fields and corn stalks as you've ever seen before.
Oh, yeah.
And dairy.
You betcha.
Hey, you betcha. Oh, yeah, hey. Yeah, hey. You want to accent off? I'll get you some Youper dairy.
I've already apologized in advance, so I'm covered.
Hey, I told you I wouldn't try the Australian. So if you want to try
if you want to speak Australian, all you've got to do is just get rid of some words and add some words on. So if you want to say the word Australia, get rid of the A and the U and say Australia.
Australia.
There you go.
And am I under the correct assumption that if I were to walk into a bar in Australia and order a Foster's,
you wouldn't get one?
I'd always been told that I'd get punched in the face.
No, you just get
I just wouldn't get it.
It's made in Scotland. It was given to our troops in the 1970s, and then, of course, in the 1980s, there was a huge marketing campaign.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that I know so much about this. It's because of my travelling, I've got to explain it, because everyone thinks I drink Foster's.
Well, I would drink it just because it's got the comically large can. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a two-handed can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's uncomfortable to hold one hand.
The first time I ever had a Foster's was in Europe.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to clear that up just in case.
You can get it in, like, it's a specialty beer. You can get it. But if you walked into like a normal pub in New South Wales, which is the state that I'm from, that's where Sydney is, so, it's a big place.
Are you from Sydney?
I'm from Newcastle, which is an hour and a half north of Sydney.
Okay.
Everyone has a surfboard and everyone has a guitar. It's a pretty cool place.
It's like Venice Beach of Australia.
Pretty much, without a couple of weird people. There's some weird people floating around Venice Beach. But no, so if you were to walk into a bar in Australia and the beer's on tap, you wouldn't find a Foster's.
There wouldn't be a Foster's.
No.
Right. I just wanted to clear that up.
No.
So just, there you go. Everyone in the Northwoods, don't go to Australia and ask for a Foster's.
Oh, you can. It might be funny.
Yeah, you watch what you actually get. That'd be kind of interesting. So
there's a lot of Australians would instantly just say Yanks straight away.
Well, the accent would give that away, I think. Grayson in studio again. Grayson has got some new tunage out, but I want to again continue to talk about the travels because you and we chatted about the documentary that you are in, and you mentioned it briefly before. It's 66 Days on Route 66. And you mentioned that it just won an award out in Hollywood.
It won a gold award at the Cinerockham Film Festival in Hollywood. The screening was last Friday night, but I was somewhere in Alabama doing a radio interview, so I couldn't go to it.
Bummer.
But it's actually filmed by my girlfriend, and she was born in Madison. So it's,
Well, there
it's
you go,
technically the state's documentary, so I think people around here should actually buy it. It's called
Absolutely.
66 Days on Route 66, and it's available now on iTunes. It's a great watch. I went from Chicago to Santa Monica. I did all things American. I shot guns in Texas. I milked cows in Missouri. I ate lots of food. It was amazing. And of course, I played a gig every day and did radio and TV stuff, and it was amazing.
So if you want to see basically what it's like to be an up-and-coming local, well, not local, but an up-and-coming country music artist, out there trying to huff it on the road, it's pretty much an end-all, be-all. You get everything.
And, a lot of people look at it and think, it's just a documentary about some guy we've never heard of's music.
Right.
It's not. It's about an Australian finding a new identity in a new land and getting to experience a lot of Americana, which most Americans don't get to do.
Yeah.
Route 66 itself, driving that in full, was that was an experience.
All right. Where was the most interesting, or what was the most interesting gig you've ever performed?
Well, in America, definitely. One comes to mind. And I was doing the 66 Days on Route 66.
Yeah.
And I had a radio interview in Holbrook, Arizona. And they were promoting a show in Holbrook. And the promotion was good. And we'd sent flyers around. And we were expecting a pretty big crowd. And I got to this bar, and it was very small. The crowd was empty besides 10 Native Americans just drinking at the bar with their backs to me. And I'd never spoke to a Native American. I'm from Australia, so we don't have them down under.
You've got the Aborigines.
Yeah, exactly. So the whole gig for it was an hour and a half. I played, and I wanted to dig a hole on stage because no one clapped, no one moved, not even to go to the bathroom. They just sat there. It was like they were glued to the chairs. And then as soon as I stopped, every one of them come up and shook my hand and bought a CD from me and wanted to know everything about me. And it was bizarre. It went from one of the worst gigs ever to a really, really nice moment.
Do you think that maybe they just rented the whole place and they paid for you to be there?
I don't know, but it was bizarre.
You gained 10 new friends that day.
Definitely. And I still don't think any of them understood what I was saying.
Yeah, well, you never know. So I can barely understand you. No, I'm just kidding. Grayson. Before you get to a song, because I'm going to have you play a song, and then I'm going to play your new single. It's called You in America. I'm going to have you tell us about it. But before you do any of that, I want you to pimp yourself. I want you to tell us your Twitter, your Facebook, anything like that. Obviously, the 66 Days on Route 66, we've been pimping pretty good. But
awesome.
Tell us a little bit more about how people can get in touch and and stay connected with you.
Can I give my cell phone number out on
Yeah,
there?
if you want to do that, absolutely. I mean, be prepared for some crazy calls, but
That's cool. As long as I get some jelly, I'm fine.
we got some grape jelly when we were talking earlier. So
No, I'm a big fan of Reverb Nation. You've heard of Reverb Nation?
Absolutely.
If you go to reverbnation.com and you can type in Grayson Music, I'll come straight up. On Facebook, you need to type in Grayson, which is Grayson. And there is a million politicians apparently with the last name Grayson or first name Grayson, so you'll eventually find me on there. Or my web page, which actually has a link to my Facebook page. That's www.grayson-music.com. And when I say the word dash, I mean the little symbol on your keyboard, the little dash symbol.
The hyphen, yeah.
Yeah, so it's grayson-music.com.
All right. So also, if you're just going to browse, Facebook looking for Grayson, he's the 6'5" redhead. Is what he is.
A ranger. We call them rangers, like orangutans.
Really? Because we call them gingers around here.
Yeah, there's a couple of names, but I won't say on air.
That'd be a good idea, definitely. So we like to keep our FCC license. So
Definitely.
So Grayson, we're going to have you play a tune, and then we'll play the new single, You in America. Tell us what song you're going to play for us.
I'm going to play a song right now called I Never, and it was kind of inspired by the drinking game. I've never done this,
yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
But it's basically for the guy that was, never the cool guy at school. He's just got a normal 9-to-5 job, but he's never done anything special either, but he's got the love of a good woman.
Well, there you go.
So, he's living the American dream. So
Absolutely.
It's called I Never.
All right, here's Grayson with his tune, I Never. We'll have him come back, and we'll play his new single for you in just a bit here on Coyote 93.7, today's Country and the Legends.
I never
I never went to a Super Bowl. I never scored that winning goal. I never topped the class at school. I never thought that I was cool, but that's nothing compared to how I'm feeling. 'Cause it's something I've never felt before. I never loved someone as much as you. I've never felt the way that I do. Oh, I never loved someone as much as you. I've never felt the way that I do. Oh, just say forever. Oh, I never got that diamond ring. I never thought that I could sing. I never had $1 million. I never got that brand new truck, but that's nothing compared to how I'm feeling. 'Cause it's something I've never felt before. I never loved someone as much as you. I've never felt the way that I do. Oh, I never loved someone as much as you. I've never felt the way that I do. Oh, just say forever. Oh, I never loved someone as much as you. I've never felt the way that I do. Oh, I never loved someone as much as you. I've never felt the way that I do. Oh, just say forever. Oh, I
Thanks, man.
Well, thank you. That was Grayson with his tune "I Never" here live in studio. That one was awesome, man.
Thanks,
like
man.
that.
It's one of the newer ones. I need to change the lyrics to "I've never driven through snow before."
I got to add that in. Yeah, it's like the missing fourth verse. You know,
definitely.
Let's see what else. What else could you add in there? You've never driven through snow before. Have you ever had a cheese curd?
I have.
You have had,
and I need to find some more on the way before I leave the state.
Obviously, you said that your girlfriend was from Madison, so obviously that makes sense that you've had cheese curd.
She was born in Madison, but she moved to Minnesota.
Oh, geez.
And now she's out in California.
Oh.
She's been all over the place, but she's still a huge Green Bay Packers fan. So I actually learn American football by watching the Packers.
Well, there you go. We're a Packer station here.
Aaron Rodgers.
Correct.
Yeah, Clay Matthews. I had a funny story. I had a guy in Nashville a couple of weeks ago come up and say, "You're Clay Matthews." I said, "Mate, I'm 200 pounds, ringing wet. I don't think I'm Clay Matthews." And he said, "No, you're Clay Matthews." And I said, "Does the accent not give away that I'm not Clay Matthews?" and he didn't listen. He went and got a camera and took a photo of me.
Well, dang.
So apparently I look like a skinny version of Clay Matthews.
A skinny redheaded version of Clay Matthews. Yeah. He's got blonde hair. Everybody.
But so I'm definitely into the Packers. So.
Well, I'm a Lions fan, but that's all right. We're a Packers nation around here, so
awesome. Cheeseheads.
All right, we'll come back. We'll play the single. We'll play "You and America" is the name of the single. We'll have you tell us a little bit about it, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, sir.
Awesome. Or you can have me on all day. I don't really want to drive.
I don't think you've got anywhere that you have to be until tomorrow, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you've got to head down to Sparta. That's a little bit of a drive, though. You might need the time. So
true.
All right. Well, we'll wrap up with Grayson here in just a little bit. So stick around. It's Coyote.
Came in from a different land, with the shirt just on my back. They say if you make it here, you can make it anywhere, and that's okay with me. There's only one time, there's only one time that you're meant to fall in love. And then I came here, and then I met you. I fell in love 2 times. I don't like cigarettes, the thought of drugs just make me sick, and the folks across the line. And if I had my way, I'd get to see you every day. There's only 2 things that I love, you and America. They say that this economy will bring us all down to our knees. I say there's no need to worry, it's still the land of opportunity, and money comes from trees. There's only one time, there's only one time that you're meant to fall in love. And then I came here, and then I met you. I fell in love 2 times. I don't like cigarettes, the thought of drugs just make me sick, and the folks across the line. And if I had my way, I'd get to see you every day. There's only 2 things that I love, you and America. You and America. You and America. You and America.
Anybody got a computer?
Be sure to find Off the Beaten Path on the internet,
Country radio on my computer.
on Facebook,
Internets.
and Twitter.
You still look as good as when I said goodbye. Bright eyes, so alive, come on, wasting time. We can drive all
every town, every crowd, every stop I made. Every time I close my eyes, I saw your pretty face. Light of my soul, girl. Ignite my hope. Let's put the pedal to the metal, get those tires burning. Come set my world on fire. Let's tie the t-shirts turning. Me on like a live wire. Full tank and a map on the dash full of places you ain't ever been. So tell me where you wanna go and let's leave a little rubber on this road. A little rubber on this road. I hope this small town don't need you around for a little while. You got me so wound up, tangled in your love. Just say the word and we'll fire it up. Let's go pedal to the metal, get those tires burning. Come set my world on fire. Let's tie the t-shirts turning. Me on like a live wire. Full tank and a map on the dash full of places you ain't ever been. So tell me where you wanna go and let's leave a little rubber on this road. A little rubber on this road. Let's leave a little rubber on this road. I wanna get you out on this road.
Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. There you go. That is Breaking Southwest and Rubber on This Road off a Take a Moment album that was released in 2013. But if you're a fan of that tune, you may as well check out their back catalog. They've got 3 albums total, dating back to 2011, Spin, Reckless and Wild from 2012, and then Take a Moment from just this past year, 2013. A lot of people compare them to some pretty good bands as well, too, so you might want to check them out. Again, that is Breaking Southwest and Rubber on This Road. I am Ben Merritt, taking you all the way through some brand new country music, and this is a guy that I just recently was introduced to, and I have already spread the word to a few of my non-country friends, and they're like, oh my God, this is awesome. His name is Neil Nassett, and this is coming off the Go Thin Man album from 2012. But again, Neil's been making music for quite a while. Check him out. He's very cool. Niel Nassett, Neil Nassett. Again, very cool stuff. I like his sound. So here you go. This is Oh No Toledo. This is off the Go Thin Man album, and it's right here on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Shining green light circling the screen. Rains today ain't gonna work for me. But on her face it's pouring down. Quiet now, but we're screaming out. It's off to school with the kids again. Sit back down, my Caucasian. This is how it is, this is how it goes. I know it isn't right and I'm heading home. Hope I can change where I get low. Yeah, this is what it is, this is all I know. Cross the border in Ohio. Little trailer with my life in tow. Find a nice place above a 2-car garage. Yeah, I pick my fave from a catalog. And when did I become burning? Feeling good, turning to hurt, yeah. This is how it is, this is how it goes. I know it isn't right and I'm getting old. Hope I can change where I get low. This is what it is, this is all I know. I forgot the winds. Here I can kill a man, let you in the face. Like quarters rolled up in a hand. I try to be good in the morning just like anyone. But why do I feel
like I'm done. Mama, come see you soon. Dad, I'm sorry, but we'll wait for you. Miss my wife and my 2 great kids. This is how it goes, this is what it is. And this is how it goes, this is what it is. Yeah, this is how it goes, this is what it is. Yeah, this is all I know. This is what it is.
What's up?
Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/offthebeatenpath.
Appreciate you. You're just so cool.
And follow us on Twitter at OTBP Podcast.
If I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way, I would tear this building down. If I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way, I would tear this building down. You read about Samson from his birth, the strongest man that ever lived on earth. The Phillies got on him while he's walking along. He looked on the ground and saw an old jawbone. He raised that bone up above his head, and when it was through, 1,000 was dead. Oh, if I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way, I would tear this building down. Samson and the lion got an attack. Samson got on that lion's back. You read this lion killed a man with his paws. So Samson got his hands in the lion's jaws and wrote that lion till the beast fell dead. Bees made honey in the lion's hair. Oh, if I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way, I would tear this building down. If I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way, I would tear this building down. If I had my way, if I had my way, if I had my way, I would tear this building down.
Off the Beaten Path Podcast with me, Ben Merritt. There you go. There's a little bit of Elizabeth Cook and her tune, If I Had It My Way, I'd Tear This Building Down. Whoa, a little tough. This country singer-songwriter she's basically been on the fast track for a long time, and it's amazing because it's hard to stay on the fast track for a long time. But she made her Grand Ole Opry debut March 17th of 2000, which is also a remarkable achievement considering that at that time she was an indie artist with absolutely no radio play. So she's basically really good. She's coming out of Wildwood, Florida, and she moved to West Virginia, I believe. And then, yeah, she's been all over this great big country. So there you go, Elizabeth Cook. And if I had it my way, I'd tear this building down. Ben Merritt, again, thank you for hanging out here on Off the Beaten Path Podcast. Thanks to Grayson for stopping by, but we're not done yet. Don't you worry. Also, well, because I got to tell you what's coming up next week. I'm really excited about next week. Right now, though, here's Ray Lynn, her tune Boyfriend. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Let's be honest, we don't got a lot in common when it comes down to it. You can take his breath away and light up every room when you walk through it. But I don't want your 6 foot legs and angel face and sophistication. Don't really wanna cause a scene, but girl, you've got everything, and I want your boyfriend. I'm not gonna lie, I'll be his girl when he tells you goodbye. Don't worry, I won't take him, cause I ain't that low. I want your boyfriend, just that you should know that he and I go back so far. Oh my gosh, we lived in his first truck. First time we heard Shania Twain, think we were on our way to Lubbock. And I know you think he loves you now. Seen so many girls come in and out. It sounds a bit insensitive, but the truth is what it is. I want your boyfriend. I'm not gonna lie, I'll be his girl when he tells you goodbye. Don't worry, I won't take him, cause I ain't that low. I want your boyfriend, just that you should know. Don't know why you act so surprised. Can't you see it in his eyes? You must have known it all this time. Yeah, but I want your boyfriend to tell you the truth. I'll be right there when he gets over you. What's meant to be will always find its way in the end. I want your boyfriend. I'm not gonna lie, I'll be his girl when he tells you goodbye. Don't worry, I won't take him, cause I ain't that low. I want your boyfriend. I want your boyfriend. I want your boyfriend. Just that you should know.
Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. There was Raylan and Boyfriend, and that's going to wrap this one up, actually. Thank you to Grayson, and thank you for understanding the fact that, Grayson stopped by the radio station that I work at, and I forgot to cut a separate interview for the podcast, but I wanted to put him on the episode, and so I just kind of had to flub it. Sorry. Not the cleanest of our episodes and interviews, but still pretty darn good. And Grayson's a great guy. I'll probably actually have another sit down with him at some point in time. So he was a great dude. Anyway, coming up next week, this is exciting. I've played their music before, the Black Lilies. I got to sit down and chat with Cruz Contreras. I don't have enough of a Spanish accent to say it properly, but Cruz, the lead singer and songwriter of the Black Lilies, he stopped by, and we're going to chat next week on Off the Beaten Path podcast. So, again, thank you very much for joining us, being here, and getting the word spread about new and up-and-coming country music. So, if you've got one, send it my way, otbppodcast@gmail.com, or on Facebook and Twitter as well. Facebook, Off the Beaten Path Podcast. Twitter, @OTBP Podcast. Spread the word, spread the love, and who knows, maybe you'll find your new favorite band on next week's episode, or you found them on this week's episode. Either way, thanks for listening. It's Off the Beaten Path Podcast with me, Ben Merritt.